What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another Daaaft. In this particular video, I'm going to be previewing our next game, Arsenal versus AS Monaco in the Champions League. Champions League, at this particular point in time, is looking like the only kind of trophy, major trophy that we have a chance at. The EPL, to me, is done following the performance against Fulham. But in the Champions League, the other big hitters are further down the table, like Bayern Munich is like 13th, Real Madrid, Manchester City all down there, AC Milan down there. So this is a real shot. I hope that Arteta and the players take it slightly more serious than it appears that they are. I don't know how they feel, but just because of the way the recent form has been going, the players are not gelling, they're not clicking. The manager is tinkering and messing up with the game and messing up our tactics, I should say, and it's just all over the place. But anyways, let's talk about the game. Now, Arsenal Monaco, we've not really met each other much in the Champions League. The last time we met each other, or the only season we met each other in the Champions League, was the 2014-2015 season. I remember Olivier Giroud scoring some goals and we not going through on away goals. I think they slapped us 3-1 at the Emirates, and away we scored 2 goals and we just couldn't do enough to get over the line in the round of 16. And obviously I think that's the only time we've met them. I'm sure we probably met them again in the Emirates Cup here and there, but that does not count. So competitively met only once, which means that we've basically won one, they've won once. So this time is time for us to have an authority, because also in the Champions League table right now, we are 7th and they are 8th. Okay, so also close. The same way Arsenal and Chelsea were tight, and now Chelsea has 1 point over us in the Premier League. But we don't want them to have a point above us in the Premier League. We want to win. We want to qualify for the next round and see how it goes from there. Like I said, the heavy hitters don't seem to be performing well yet, and there's just 3 match Champions League days remaining. So let's rack up the points against them. Now, in terms of form, in the last 5 games in the Champions League, we've won 3, drawn 1 and lost 1, lost to Inter Milan. They, on the other hand, has also won 3, drawn 1 and lost 1. Then the loss was their last Champions League game against Benfica. But they've beat Barcelona, they've beat Dinamo Zagreb, they've also slapped Red Star Belgrade 5-1. I think we also slapped Sporting CP 5-1. So it's kind of like evenly matched. But we have to win. We have to bounce back, because our next game in the Premier League is going to be a difficult one. So we need to bounce back. Let's use this game to bounce back. I'm hoping that Arteta gets his tactic right. We want to see Thomas Partey in the midfield. In terms of danger men, their danger men, we know about Flo, Mr. Folari Balogun, that went there from Arsenal, 34 million, 35 million pounds. He has 3 goals for them already this season, and the highest goal scorer for them is a 19-year-old Moroccan called Elias Ben Sahir. Right, that is their top goal scorer with 4 goals and 3 assists. Our threat, obviously, is Starboy Saka and Declan Rice on set pieces. So far this season, that's our own threat. We have Saliba at the back, who is doing a lot. Is like Saliba's role has changed a lot this season. He's kind of like the last man, the sweeper of the entire back 4. At some point, he's going to dip in form. We need to give him some rests. But not in this game, because we don't have Gabriel Magalhaes unless he is back. Obviously, Arteta is not going to tell us in the press conference. He's going to say stuff like, oh, there's going to be a training session and we're going to figure out who is fit or who's not. So we can't even base our prediction on that. We can just only hope that things work out, basically. So that's it. In terms of predicted starting lineup, who would like to see? Like I said, we don't want to see Partey at right back. Please bring Tierney back into the team. All right, Tierney has been fit for a while now. He's been on the bench for at least 3 or 4 games. Okay, so if he's good enough to be on the bench, then he's good enough to start. Unless he's just on the bench to get appearance bonus. I don't know how that works. But play Tierney. All right, please, let's not do the thing we did last weekend again. Put our best 6 in the natural position. Let him play as a 6. Please. So predicted starting 11 that I would like to see in a parallel universe is obviously Raya in goal. It goes without saying. and then left back Kieran Tierney. If you don't want to play Tierney there, play Miles Lewis Kelly. But Tierney is the natural left back, so play him there. Tierney left back, and pairing of Kivio as well as Saliba. I'm going to assume that Gabriel Magalhaes is still not fit. And on the right, please bring back Jurien Timber. Let Timber be on the right back so you can have all of those. We can have that fluid right-sided attack that we had of, Timber, Saka, Odegaard. Okay, we want that fluidity again. So Timber right back, and the midfield three, you know it, is Partey, Rice, and Odegaard, and then the front three of this is a tricky one because Martinelli runs, but doesn't really beat his man. That is the thing; doesn't beat his man often. Yeah, he had 2 good crosses in the last game against Fulham. One of them being an offside goal, so it doesn't even count. But I think I'm going to change things up a bit. I'll put Jesus on the left, Havertz up top, and Saka on the right. Martinelli can come as a sub to replace Saka down the line, and then Trossard substitutes Jesus down the line. So that would be my own predicted 11 in the parallel universe. You let me know what your own predicted 11 is going to be in terms of predicted score line. Since we are the Emirates, I'm expecting us to go all out. They don't know. I don't think they know. They'll probably know how to set up against us. But then again, they are second in the French league, so they are quite a good side. So my prediction is going to be I can't hope for a clean sheet with our backline currently. So my prediction is going to be a 3-1 Arsenal. 3-1 Arsenal will be my own prediction. What about you? You let us know what you think in the comment section below, and give us your own predicted 11 and what you expect or hope would happen in the Champions League. And am I asking too much for hoping that Arsenal go all the way in the Champions League? And am I also giving up too early that the Premier League season is done for Arsenal, because we're just going to be a top 4 battle right now? But anyways, please remember to press the like button as well. Subscribe if you have not done so already or you're new to the channel. And please check out Scatteryan podcast also on this channel. It's a weekly podcast on society. Until after the game, I'll say stay safe, stay curious, question everything. Come on, you Gunners.
Psst, psst. Oi. Subscribe. Press subscribe. Thank you.